What is up, guys? Today's topic of discussion is gun control debate, which is going on in United States since Jesus Christ. Apparently, mass shootings are rising each year according to this census. There has been 693 mass shootings in 21, and so far United States sees more than 250 shootings in 22. It's really shocking how these shootings are happening every single day across US. Hundreds are not even mentioned on news just because it were attempts in which nobody got killed, but they still resulted in injuries. The deadliest shooting this year was at Robb Elementary School in Texas, where an 18-year-old attacker armed with AR-15 style rifle killed 19 students and 2 teachers. The most terrifying part is that these students were 10-year-olds. Some were only 9. I mean, these kids had whole life in front of them. Birthdays, parties, unlimited happiness, all taken away by some maniac. The majority of gun deaths are not homicides, they're in fact suicides. In 2020, there were nearly 46,000 of deaths by suicide, making it the 12th biggest cause of death in the United States. A political debate on gun control between liberals and conservatives truly never goes away. And here we go, cannot avoid politics. Now, I think government is not really making any successful decisions to reduce mass shootings. I mean, the earliest census is the best evidence. Politicians just wanna be right and do the opposite of what their opponent is doing. Basically, Democrats are more likely to support stricter gun control. Now, rewinding back to 1960s when President Kennedy was shot, Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy. Those events resulted in the Gun Control Act of '68, signed by then President Lyndon Johnson. Gun control refers to regulation of firearm manufacture, possession. It covers any sort of restriction on what kind of guns can be sold and bought, and by who. On the other side, Republicans favored the Second Amendment. Second Amendment dates back to 1791 when it was ratified. It says, "A well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Now, this sentence basically protects the right of individual to keep and bear arms. Second Amendment supporters see guns in a more positive way. Guns are needed for self-defense from local criminals, and guns reduce crime rather than cause more crime. Now, both sides argue over gun control. Pro-gun control people argue how most crimes are committed by legally purchased guns, and pro-Second Amendment people says that laws won't stop a desperate person from buying a gun illegally. Gun control says how overall presence of a gun make a conflict more likely to become violent, and Second Amendment says that gun control laws prevent citizens from protecting themselves. Owning a gun is seen pretty strange to Europeans like myself. Guns are pretty normal to Americans and part of everyday life. Americans are literally floating in guns. There are more guns than people and cars together in United States. This is the number of guns in US. This is the highest number in the world. About 80 million Americans own a gun to defend themselves and their property. Guys, I only see guns in video games and movies. Well, my uncle has a few rifles, but he uses them for hunting. He's a hunter. And mentioning video games and playing a classic right now, it's not surprising how violent games are blamed for school shootings as usual, on which I totally disagree. I don't think video games turn people into murderers. I've been playing games since the age of 5 and I never thought about committing such a terrifying crime. Main motives for mass shootings are usually political ideologies, racism, and mental illness. While some believe more guns lead to more violence, others believe that armed citizen is safer. What do you guys think? Let me know down in comments. Thanks for dropping by and see you soon.